getting out in transition and getting a layup.
We just call that the McLean special play.
Gets another outlet pass to Adriel to shake and bake, left to right crossover, and gets a layup on the right-hand side. And Terriana gets a block. Tano with some pressure. Being a willing passer. There you go. Ellen. Smooth jumper there.
Kendra says no way.
Welcome all Tulalip viewers. You are tuning in for a Tulalip Heritage High School girls basketball matchup against the Lummi Nation Tribal School. Tonight here in the Francie J. Sheldon Gym, I'm joined on my left by my co-color commentary host Matt Tate, who will be joining me. And we have our announcer for the game, I believe, Tony Bluehorse. So just here shortly for a 5:30 matchup. Again, we'll be watching the Tulalip Heritage Hawks girls play against Lummi Nation Tribal School.
Sorry, D, I had to go get some programs for us, so we had rosters.
Awesome. Yes, my co-color commentary host being on top of it tonight so we can keep you guys in tune with what's on the broadcast. Tony Bluehorse just arriving to bring us on in for tonight's matchup.
Sports fans, here we go tonight. Let's give a big round of applause to both of our teams here. Lummi come down the highway to visit the homelands here of Tulalip Bay. We're going to begin here by introducing our starters for Lummi. Starter for your Lummi Blackhawks, number 3, Jenna James. Starting number 21, Serena Pantulia. Starter number 24, Kiani Morris. Starter number 33, Zia Lanson. Starter number 35, Micaiah Morris. And now, your starters here for your Tulalip. Here we go, the Lady Hawks starter. Number 1, Isabel Jefferson. Starting number 4, Tiana McLean. Number 5, Adriel McLean. And number 15, Ray Lee Lewis. Number 32, Lillian Jefferson. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, before players take the floor, we're going to turn the microphone on over here to Page and Company to image and everybody. You can see that this time players take the floor as we begin here the battle. Some good old Indian ball this evening. I want to thank all of our visitors. Thanks again for being down here. Everybody here ready to go. So
We should give a shout out to Imaginic there. He's the one that set that up. He was emailing and Facebooking people and asking Germans to come out. So proud of our senior there to support our basketball players tonight.
Yeah, I always love that introduction to our games in an indigenous way. So huge shout out to Tulip Drummers and Singers, and obviously Tony as well, our PA announcer, doing a great job. So again, viewers, you're here for a Heritage Lady Hawks matchup against Lummi Nation Tribal School. We have Gemma James at the top, running the point guard for Lummi, and then looks like our Lady Hawks are in maybe a 1-2-2. First one off the mark for Lummi. Heritage with a rebound. We see early Lummi picking up full court off the miss.
Yeah, high pressure situation there by Lummi coming out with their defense and looking to frustrate our girls a little bit. I think after a couple times on the court, Coach Sabrina will figure it out and make some adjustments.
Yeah, the girls matched up against Lummi obviously last year as well, so I think they're familiar, that they know it's going to be, 90 feet of pressure. So we'll see how they play against that. Short corner jumper right there for Lummi Nation.
Number 21, Serena Jo Pantilia. Great job of breaking the press there by our girls. You don't want to, it's hard to dribble through a press, and our girls get to the middle and make the pass. That's the best way for us to get on the right side of the game.
Yeah, and then Lummi, or I should say Coach Sabrina calling out Lummi's defense there, recognizing its man, maybe asking for her team to get into their set, but we get a turnover. Lummi looking to score again.
Look for the long outlet pass there.
Signature of the Lady Hawks.
Yep.
They get a bucket to even it out.
Tiriana to Adriel, they like to do that. I like to watch that too.
Yeah, easy buckets in transition. Obviously, Adriel not under the basket knows get out in transition. Get some layups going. Gemma James in the corner with a step back three off the mark. But a big rebound there by number 33. Zeta Lansom for Lummi Nation gets a layup. And Lummi again in this full court pressure. So far, Lady Hawks really handling that full court pressure pretty good. Only one turnover, and that was in the half court set. But been able to get it up the court, whip it around on offense and look for something. Rayleigh with a second chance gets a rebound. But a steal there for Lummi and an easy layup to extend that lead. Good anticipation by the freshman there.
30-second timeout by our Lady Hawks here. Probably just to go over some X's and O's on the clipboard there and make sure we're all in the right spot against that 2-2-1 press. That one there is, you got to look to the middle where the open spot is. Remind everybody to get where they need to be.
See our girls roster there. We have Isabel Jefferson, number 1, Vanessa Cortez, Tariana McLean, Audrey McLean, Molly Jones-Charles, Rayleigh Lewis-Freiberg, Heaven Ayukes, Tegan Chabel, Kendra McLean, and Lily Jefferson, all on the Lady Hawks roster. Yeah, I think Sabrina definitely trying to get it figured out for the girls in the half court. You see a couple turnovers there, and they're not maybe running the set correctly or not in the right position. You see Coach Chris harping on, maybe some player position.
Yep.
The other thing, while we're in the break, I don't know if the cameras pull it, but where do we get those nifty zip-up sweaters they got on with the feathers on the shoulders?
Zips.
I like that.
Yeah, the quarter zips. Lennox One of our boys players were wearing that today, and I was like, oh man, that's a nice looking
Yeah.
sweater.
If you hear us on the broadcast, AD Lonnie,
Yeah,
don't forget about your color commentary crew.
I like those quarter zips. They're sharp looking. There we go.
Oh.
That was the right pass there, and that's exactly what Coach Chris just drew up, was get the ball to the middle, and it's a physical mistake, but we'll deal with physical mistakes when they're going the right way.
Yeah, maybe just too hard of a pass, and then Terriana right there trying to split the double, doesn't get to the lane, gets stripped, and gives up a bucket on the other end.
Right there to the middle, sideline.
We see Isabel get called for a travel. So Lummi's full court pressure, obviously, you know, causing a little bit of havoc early.
When you hear from the sideline, slow it down. Play slow to go fast, kind of a hard thing for girls to learn, but they'll adjust to it, I think.
Just off the mark from 3 for Lummi. Yeah, and I agree. I think, you know, obviously for some of these players, if they're not getting, you know, full court press every game, it's kind of hard to adjust to that pace. And so hopefully the girls will figure it out, be poised, as a coach would say. Step back jumper there off the mark for Lummi.
Well, yeah, and definitely you hear slow it down from the sideline, but really what that means is, like you said, be poised with the ball. Don't rush yourself. Don't force a pass. Play within yourself.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Sabrina just, you know, obviously you're not going to make them all, but you want to get some good looks at the basket, at least get a shot at it. And so, you know, don't be in a rush and, you know, fall into a trap or a turnover happen, as we saw a couple possessions ago. So that's probably what she's wanting from her players. I think we get a reaching foul there.
Good job by Lily Jefferson to secure the ball there.
Yeah, great rebound. She'll come out of the game to get a breather.
Got Kendra McLean checking in. There we go.
Good press break right there by the Lady Hawks. Terriana surveying the floor, nearly turns it over, but gets a reaching foul there by Lummi.
When you saw in that last press break, the ball got to the middle, which opened up the sideline, and as soon as we got the ball to the sideline, attacked the sideline, which is exactly what you want to do and to break that 2-2-1 press. So I think the girls are responding to their coaching, which is always a good thing when they respond in the middle of a game. Forcing some pressure they're probably not used to seeing. So
yeah, Lummi playing some great on-ball defense, obviously in the paint. Active hands, active feet. You know, goes against them right there, though. They get a foul call, so Isabel will go to the free throw line. Yeah, last possession, great press break. Just couldn't get a layup. They were at the basket initially with Ray Lee, and then she passed it. Ball still went out to the 3, though. So they had 2 looks at it. She knocks in that first free throw.
well, and all it takes is a couple trips like that last one for our girls to break that press, and the coaches for Lummi have to make an adjustment, especially if they start giving up easy layups on transition. So just keep doing what they're doing. I think they're going to finally force Lummi to come out of that 2-2-1 press. Rayleigh with the rebound, tries to go back up, is tipped and deflected.
Yeah, good hustle there. Nearly gets another shot. Lady Hawks doing a good job of denying anything at the basket. Great on-ball defense there by Rayleigh. I don't know if they'll call that over and back. And they do, so good forced turnover there by the Lady Hawks.
Well, and uniquely there, it's more advantageous for Lummi to pick that ball up sooner than later, because now the out-of-bounds play is underneath the basket.
Coach Chris calling for some screen action, maybe a better look at the basket. Kendra catches it in the corner. Turns the ball over though, so Lummi coming down for 3 off the mark.
Number 3, Gemma James lets it fly. Freshman for Lummi.
Yeah, she's got 4 or 5 early shots here, so she's definitely got the green light.
Yeah. Interesting fact about the Lummi roster is I see there's 4 8th graders on their roster.
Yeah, that's one of the benefits of their school. I think being a K through 12 is, you know, they do get some kids to get some early exposure to some varsity basketball, as they would say. So, you know, they're pretty deep on the roster.
Extra bonus year of experience there for the Lummi Blackhawk ladies.
3 seconds, call, 9 to Layla. Lummi inbounding, once again bringing it up the court.
So we're still here. Lummi Nation 8. Tulalip Lady Hawks 3. Good rebound there by Kendra. So we'll see if Lady Hawks can come down and get an open look. Kendra for the jumper.
I'd like to see Audriella or Tiriana really take over this game like they can and start producing some scoring opportunities for our team here.
Yeah, I think right now they're trying to figure out how to get a look out of that on-ball pressure. Obviously it's man, but you know, haven't been able to get an easy look at the basket other than, you know, a transition layup. So we'll see if, you know, like you said, Tariana can create some of that. She shoots a 3 there in transition. And then for obviously Audrey, she's got to get going when she's, you know, leaking out and also getting some steals on defense. As we see her go to the scorers table to check back in the game. Great verticality there by Tariana, so she bothers the shot. Just under a minute here. Throws it away though, so she's in a 2-on-1.
With the rebound.
30 seconds left. Lady Hawks just this
Tariana
pace
looks-
for them. Yeah, she was huffing and
She's got a
puffing.
side ache or something. Not very happy right now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the pace.
Sometimes these first games back after a long break, and I think it's been, what, 10 days since they played a game?
Yeah, maybe not a lot of activity. Trying to shake off the rust in a difficult matchup tonight. So we'll go into the second quarter. Lummi Nation leads 10 to Lady Hawks 3. So what are you noticing so far here after the first quarter, Matt?
I think we just have to do a really good job of handling the pressure in that 2-2-1 from Lummi. I think we showed signs of us being able to make the right pass. But if we can break that press, definitely would be advantageous for us. A little bit distracted right here with looking like Tariana's on the ground in front of the bench. Looking out for player wellness, obviously. So we got some of our public service officers coming over. But yeah, I think we showed signs of us being able to break the press in an effective way, and like I said earlier in the broadcast, if we can break it a couple times and get a couple quick buckets on lay-ins, then that'll force Lummi to change their game plan, if you will.
Yeah, I would agree. You know, in the half-court set, they're playing some decent defense. Obviously, Lummi gets a couple breakaway layups. And then on the offensive end, they just got to take care of it and maybe find some rhythm in offense. You know, get something going on offense as far as what they want to get out of their half-court sets.
Yeah, and we heard Coach Chris on the sideline say move and screen and move and screen, and there wasn't a lot of movement off the ball. And you know, creating passing lanes and those opportunities are going to be important for us on the offensive end as well. So I would agree with that definitely. 10-3. Lummi Lady Blackhawks up on our Lady Hawks here, but definitely not out of reach. Just come in and take care of business in the second quarter, and could be a tie game before we know it.
Yeah, definitely. I think the other thing they have to recognize is, pressure's extended. You got to look for the ball all the way up the court. We saw a couple errant passes there only because some of the girls weren't really necessarily ready to get the ball. But as you can see, you got to be ready for it at all times with
Yep,
that defense extended.
definitely saw a couple passes that the person who the pass was intended for wasn't ready for it. And in a high-pressure situation like this with Lummi plays in a tight pressure defense. You always got to be looking for that pass and make sure you can attack the basket.
As we're kind of in an extended break, I think we're still tending to a medical need.
Looks like she's sitting up, which is a positive sign. Hopefully just winded and needs an extra break.
Yeah, I know you're one of the staffers here at Tulalip Heritage High School. Did they have practice over the break?
Honestly, D, I don't know. I was on my own break for 15 days, so
Okay.
wasn't really around. I'm fairly certain they had a few practices, but I do know it's been a while since they played a game, and obviously practice is different than games. And I also don't know if Tariana maybe has a little sickness, flu, or anything like that. Her mom's wearing a mask on the sideline, so there could be a bug going through their household. I don't know, but I would imagine they had a few practices. I know when I was coaching, it was New Year's Day practice at 7 a.m. Just because I wanted to make sure we were taking care of business. So.
Yeah, definitely something, you obviously you don't want to come in rusty. And like I said, it's a tough matchup to have to play Lummi
Yes,
first
definitely.
game back, if you're still shaking off some of that rust. But, hopefully, like you said, it may just be something medical. Maybe she doesn't feel good. And so we're hoping she'll be all right. We see mom over there tending to her, and then, she's up. So that, like you said, that's a good sign. As we get a round of applause from the crowd.
Yeah, always obviously concerning when you have an athlete go down like that, and good to see she's up and at least being tended to.
I believe we got referees checking in, so maybe we'll be coming out of the break here. So that'll be a tough one for the Lady Hawks, as now they need another primary ball handler.
Yeah, that's a tough loss for our squad there. Obviously, Tariana and Adrielle are our two key ball handlers and scorers, so a lot of weight's going to sit on Adrielle's shoulders now with her sister leaving the game like that.
So we got Lady Hawks ball to open up the second quarter.
Looks like the Lummi comes out in a man, and we have a violation. Really stepped over the line, so Blackhawks ball going the other way.
Yeah, turnover on the inbounds. Is this a 1-2-2 or a box and one? Help me out, coach. Help me out. Looks like a box and one.
We'll see.
Rayleigh's following.
Rayleigh's following, so I would say it's a box and one. Trying to lock down there. Number 3, Gemma James, the freshman guard for Lummi.
Rayleigh doing a good job so far. She caused a turnover early, obviously denying ball, so Gemma not with any shots here to open up. But Lummi with a rebound, and they get a layup. And then we get another
violation, stepping over the line on the inbounds. That is not a good way to start the second quarter. Two quick turnovers like that.
Let me call him first tack. Get a inbound 3 play. Just not able to pull in the rebound. Number 33.
Kendra McLean with the rebound. Looks like we got a foul call, the reaching foul.
That should be an interesting matchup. Rarely do we get to see Kendra match up with, another student athlete in height and size, and obviously somebody with a good feel getting some rebounds here early. So it'll be cool to see tonight.
Yeah, it'll push Kendra to work a little bit differently than she's used to. So we hear it go from the sideline.
Yeah, the thing I love about
avoid that
Kendra's
10-second
game, though,
call.
she can handle the ball away from the bucket.
Yeah, definitely. She's more than capable to handle the basketball, and don't leave her open. Kenny Buckets is her nickname in the school, so don't leave her open.
I think we saw maybe a cross block screen there, but Rayleigh doesn't see her, so she's just trying to create. This ball tipped out. I heard Coach Sabrina yelling for a pass. You see Kendra coming across the block, looking for a steal. That would have been a good play.
I was expecting a few more fans to be here for this game. I would imagine it's going to be a packed house for the boys game, but if you're coming from Lummi, an hour and something drive, you might as well come watch 2 games, right? So I'm sure the gym will fill up for us.
Yeah, I think people will filter in throughout the night, throughout this game. Obviously, like you said, this one's right after maybe a work day.
Yep.
So we'll see. We get a timeout.
So we hear Coach Sabrina saying if they're in man-to-man, we have to clear out. A little bit different strategy to break the press when it's man-to-man versus a zone or 2-2-1 like they were running the first quarter. Man-to-man, just clear out and beat them with a dribble. A zone press, you're looking to find the open areas depending on what the press is. Could be the middle, could be the sideline attack. So teaching and coaching always from the sideline, which is good to see. We'll see if our girls can respond to that.
We get our Lummi Nation Blackhawks girls basketball roster up there. We have McKay Morris, Gemma James, Loretta Dennis, Millennia Morris, Rebecca George, Robin Jones, Serena Jo Pantalia, Jocelyn Washington, Keone Morris, Zetta Lansom, and Celestine James, all for the Lummi Nation Blackhawks. For our Lummi Nation viewers at home.
So got a man-to-man stack in the break one way or the other. Come get the ball.
Nearly a second chance, or I think it was, and so there's a foul call. Interesting, because I believe there's another shot that went up after.
Yeah, maybe a little bit late on the foul call and really there.
Yeah, so Lady Hawks struggling to get the ball in. Hopefully, I think what Serena was asking for was maybe getting it to Kendra, who has, someone she could beat off the dribble.
Really driven through traffic to Isabel.
Get an on-ball screen there. You see her calling. Give it to Kendra. Isabel trying to go to the bucket. Gets stripped by Jetta. So Lummi coming down. Deep three.
And that's why she's in a box and one right there. Gemma James with a deep three-pointer.
And nearly a turnover. Well, another turnover, but nearly another one. Off the rebound.
They really need to take care of the ball here. We're turning the ball over more than we should, which has led to this 13-point deficit here in the second quarter for our Lady Hawks.
Yeah, I think the pressure, obviously, Coach, Sabrina has probably gone over a press breaker, but it's different when that pressure is in your face, and so maybe, the girls, a little bit of confusion with some fatigue factoring in. Kendra looking up court. Audriel leaking out, looking to get a layup. Contested by Lummi.
Yeah, those are the ones that we got to have right there when you leak out and get a fast break.
Yeah, you like the pass to get there sooner, but obviously, that's the best chance you got. You're right at the hoop. Got to capitalize.
action there to James.
Yeah, and like you said, that's why she's in the box and one. Rayleigh doing her best, trying to D up on Gemma. But, you know, reacting to a lot of those ball fakes, so we'll see if she can figure that out.
One more pass. Rayleigh had a good look there. Good ball movement by our Lady Hawks.
Another layup there by Lummi Nation. And a strip. Throws it back in bounds, and it leads to another layup by Lummi. So Lady Hawks still trying to figure out this press. Isabel with a pump. Or Kendra, I should say, with a pump.
Yeah.
You know, just looking. Obviously, Isabel just coming down, getting it to her.
Got to do something there. Move, make an attempt to attack the basket. You know, oftentimes the best way to beat pressure, defensive pressure, is with offensive pressure. So if our girls can find some confidence to attack the rim, maybe that would be a strategy they could employ.
Yeah, and I think if you're the Lady Hawks, you got to do a little bit better of a job, maybe screening off ball. You know, forcing them to switch a little bit. You know, maybe some screen to the bucket plays. You know, high block screen or baseline screen for somebody. Just to try and get an open look, because right now anything that they got on ball and just trying to beat somebody off the dribble kind of difficult for them, and so that's probably where you get maybe a little bit more of an open looks from.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. We talked about that at the break there about moving without the basketball, off the ball, creating passing lanes where you can attack the basket off a pass.
Yeah, I mean, even for a team, obviously Lummi, if they're coached up well, even if they can switch on those screens, you could endlessly screen until somebody gets open. You need a sliver of space to get some jumpers going, trying to create some offense. Second chance rebound there by Lummi. Gemma splits the defense and gets a layup. Oh,
yeah,
Rayleigh
Gemma with
with
the
the
steal
air pass.
again, and the nice underpass.
Get a foul call on the back there. Adriel. Get a first free throw missed. Viewers, if you can hear us, we may have some technical difficulties. Bear with us. If you're still with us, please enjoy the game. We're here witnessing the Toyota Lady Hawks play Lummi Nation Travel School with a girls matchup. Obviously, Lummi Nation, it's all Lummi Nation here in the first half, up 24-4 against the Lady Hawks. Deep three there by Gemma James.
She is definitely not afraid to shoot the basketball. That was deep.
Yeah, off the line. And how many nights do we get to see? Obviously we get our fair share of watching Adriel and Teriana shoot it 2 feet off the line, but rarely do they match up against somebody who can shoot it from as deep. And obviously Jetta handling the ball well, active in defense. So
yeah, she's a real solid player.
yeah, for our viewers at home, if you're witnessing it, so far it's the Jetta James show for Lummi Nation.
Yeah, Gemma James is a key factor for Lummi right now. Really didn't do a whole lot in the first quarter. Came out in the second quarter and has kind of taken over in various ways. Scoring, some steals.
Yeah, I got a opportunity. As we here on the broadcast, I'll kind of segue to I got to play in a couple men's tournaments with her dad, and so he's coaching up a real good basketball product over there.
Yeah.
She's awesome so far. Witnessing this is my first time seeing her play in person.
So can Dad shoot it up from 2 and 3 feet beyond the line, or is that just something he's taught his daughter?
So far, I will say, you know, drawing similarities to their game, I have seen he posts some stuff online. She's got a sweet mid-range where she can come off the pick and pop. We haven't had to witness it tonight because, you know, she's just hoisting it from 3 and getting steals at the bucket. But he shoots a good mid-range pick and pop as well. And we get a round of applause there for Adrielle. She took a spill, so hopefully she's okay. Obviously, we don't want, you know, Lady Hawks to be short another player. She's catching herself here.
No, we don't. We don't have a lot of room on the bench. We got one left on the bench, and we started the game shorthanded and lost one, so we don't have room for anybody else to get hurt tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And then I didn't notice that, but so on the coaching staff, Gemma's dad, he's actually assistant coach, so David James. And then we have Justin Mall over there, assistant coach, and their head coach, Chris Mall. So that's the coaching staff. For our viewers at home, obviously our Lady Hawks coaching staff, Sabrina Moses, the head coach, assistant coaches, Tisha McLean and Chris Enoch.
Block-to-block screen action there. Kendra comes up with a loose ball.
Has to pass it out of the post. You get a 3.
Good rebound there by Rayleigh Lewis Freiberg.
Yeah, definitely Rayleigh. She always does a good job every game, kind of, you know, getting at the rim, making, you know, some hustle plays happen for Lady Hawks. Jumper denied there for Lily Jefferson, so the Lady Hawks have to come back down on defense. Lummi Nation with a jumper of their own, and a rebound and feeding it to the post. And
Nice
the layup
move
is
there
good.
by number 33, Zetta Lanson, senior for the Lummi Blackhawks.
And then another steal. And a layup for Gemma James. So just under 2 minutes left here.
Senior addition to the freshman there for Gemma James to score. She's got to have at least 10 points. You can see her bring the ball up here. Nice little spin move. Called for the travel.
Extra step.
Nonetheless, a very athletic move there. We don't oftentimes see that from a freshman high school basketball player.
So Lady Hawks still struggling on that second pass. They get the inbounds, and then they're, you know, still trying to bring it up. You know, that pressure just causing some chaos for them.
Yeah, we can see how losing our other guard has hurt us. You know, Terriana going down in the first quarter there. Looking for another ball handler, if you will.
Ideally, you'd like, you know, Kendra to be maybe that second ball handler, but I think her coming on late has kind of factored into her willingness to kind of bring the ball up and exert some extra energy.
Yep.
Get a reaching foul there.
And we are going to the 2-shot bonus in the quarter there. 5 fouls. Adjusting to the new rule this year. Got Lily Jefferson at the line. Looks like Lily's got some new artwork on her shoulder.
Yeah, I believe a temp tattoo.
Is that a temp? Is that a temp?
Pretty colorful, and I think if it was fairly new, you'd maybe see some plastic over it. But yeah, it looks like a temp. I don't think she's old enough to get her driver's license yet.
No, she's not old enough to get her driver's license, but somehow I find plenty of our students that find a way to the tattoo shop when they're not old enough to drive. So.
Lummi Nation trying to score early with just a minute left. Off the mark. They get a steal, so Lady Hawks forced to get back on defense. We see them just going into a 2-3, getting out of that boxing one that they were in.
Yeah, right now I think it's just sit back and make them shoot the ball, and if they're going to beat you with a three-point shot, that is what it is. But the tough thing about a 2-3 zone like this is finding the right person to box out, as we're seeing, giving up a third offensive attempt for the Lummi Blackhawks. And
another three.
Once again, Gemma James.
Yeah, just really pouring it on. And like you said, yeah, they got a second chance rebound. Weren't able to, Lady Hawks able to get the ball and maybe get a last possession. So here we go with 15 seconds left. Oh, a steal.
James with the steal in the lay-in and the and one.
So Lummi just, again, pouring it on here in this first half. Up 33. Lady Hawks 5. Lady Hawks with 8 seconds to get a last shot.
James was a steal again and the quick dish. Good ball movement by the Blackhawks. They are definitely taking the energy into the halftime period.
Yeah, rough start for the Tulip Heritage Lady Hawks. Looking like they're maybe shaking off some of that rust. Tough matchup against Elimination Tribal School girls. And so the Blackhawks are up 36 to Tulip Heritage Hawks 5. Any adjustments that the Lady Hawks can try to make to, get back into this game?
Well, I think we got to limit turnovers, take advantage of the offensive opportunities that we've been given, and we got to find a way to shut down number 3, Gemma James. I know we boxed in one a little bit with her, but she is definitely an asset to the Lummi Blackhawks team, and so we got to find a way to shut her down, take care of the ball on the offensive end, limit turnovers, and if you get a chance to score, we got to score. We got to put buckets in the hole. Overcoming a 31-point deficit at halftime is going to be challenging for our Lady Hawks to finish out.
For our viewers, we'll see you back at the Francis J. Sheldon Gym in just under 10 minutes. Welcome back to the Francis J. Sheldon Gym. Again, I'm here with my co-color commentary host, Matt Tate, Diamante Diaz. We are here for the Lady Hawks matchup against the Lummi Blackhawks girls team. Lady Hawks getting out of the locker room a little late, so just here shortly we will resume for the second half.
Yeah, and only see 5 coming out of the locker room for us. Lily, Raylee.
I believe we're missing Kendra.
Missing Kendra, yep.
So originally Kendra McLean played a bunch of minutes in the first half. She did not walk out of the locker room. That's what my color commentary host is alluding to. Hopefully she'll be back, as she is a key piece for the Lady Hawks. So far here in the first half, we just saw a pouring on of the Gemma James show for the Elimination Tribal School.
Yeah,
So
Gemma James came out and really impressed me. She's a very talented young athlete, doing things that you don't see a lot of freshman girls basketball players do. Hard worker, plays great defense, steals, can shoot the ball.
Yeah, running the show for the Blackhawks girls squad. And, turned it on defense. Obviously didn't shoot a ton of shots in the first quarter, and then shortly after in the second really poured it on, on the defensive end, getting some steals and some easy layups. And also showing that she's a willing passer. And for the Lady Hawks, just struggling on offense to really get it going. Turning the ball over and struggling to out-rebound and, have a little bit more size than the Blackhawks. You get a foul call there for Adrielle McLean, who's going to go to the free throw line.
Yeah, Isabel Jefferson had a nice rebound there, outlet to Adrielle, go for the bucket. Hard foul. She's taking some time to get some things figured out and get ready to shoot 2.
Yeah, Adrielle being aggressive early, obviously opening up the second half, doing a great job of, maybe just bringing a little bit more intensity that's needed for the Lady Hawks if they want to crawl back into it, maybe claw, make a game out of it. will go to the free throw line. And like I said, we have fans pouring in here, right? Second half started, fans obviously excited to see both matchups. Took a little bit of time, but we're seeing some people fill up around the gym, standing up and just, trying to be here to support both programs, both in indigenous communities.
Yes, you did. You did call that. You did say that as the second half rolls around for the girls' game, we'd see people pour in, and it's almost getting to standing room only, which is typical for this matchup between these two schools here.
Long three there by Lummi Nation off the mark. Yeah, rarely do we bring out the second set of bleachers over there on the baseline. So, obviously in anticipation for this matchup, school staff did a good job of making sure there was enough seating.
Good rebound there by Lily. Back up for 2 points.
Yeah, just bullies her way under there to get a rebound, get position, and gets a layup for Lily Jefferson.
Yeah, so far 4 unanswered points for the Lady Hawks from Heritage.
And I like what you said earlier. You said, maybe drop back into that 2-3 and force them to knock down threes if that's how they're going to beat you at this point. As you can see, the first couple threes that Lummi's shot are off the mark.
Yeah, definitely. If they're gonna shoot it, then sit back in a 2-3 and protect the paint and get some rebounds. Like I said, the toughest thing about playing a 2-3 is making sure you get a body to somebody on the rebound side of things. But so far working good for our Lady Hawks. Jenna James with the outlet, leading the pack, left-handed layup. Not even breaking stride there.
Yeah, showing she can get it from both sides. Audria looking to get the offense going. Maybe having a post up for Molly. Doesn't give it to her though. High post pass to Raylee.
Pivot down to Lily. Lily Jefferson makes a great shot there.
Yeah, another layup. Really just getting her defender right there under the hoop and powering it up. A turnover there by Lummi. So Lady Hawks will get the ball back.
Good defense by the Lady Hawks there, forcing the turnover. See the replay with Lily catching, gathering, and going right up. Strong to the basket. Good to see from Lily.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much post play from her, so for her to get a couple layups right there early, that's, good to see. Audria looking for something on offense. Picks up her dribble maybe a little bit too early. Gets a reaching foul.
Did you catch the halftime entertainment? Do you know who's spinning the tunes over there in the corner? That's something new, huh?
Yeah, we have, I believe it's DJ Big Rez. We don't have Randy Vandiola here tonight, but we have DJ Big Rez in the house, playing some music. He's known just up the road. He's from Lummi. So, and also I believe he does some other gigs for Daybreak Stars. So shout out to DJ Big Rez.
There we go. That was fun halftime atmosphere. We had Papa Shot shoot the three for $1, and if you make it, you get a 2-liter bottle of pop. So playing music, it was a fun halftime atmosphere for those of you that aren't joining us here in the gym. That's what you're missing out on. So come for the boys game. Still got time to get here.
Yeah, I mean, how often do you get, live music on the PA, get some fun games at the half? I feel like even though we're a 1B school, we still do it up for our, for our basketball games.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely creates a fun atmosphere with the TV color commentary, the live music, the Papa Shot. Good family, good solid family entertainment here at Francis J. Sheldon Memorial Gym.
Audra looking to create some, just being harassed on defense by Gemma, being able to stay in front of her, active, and then denying the pass creates a turnover. And then Rayleigh getting hustling back, gets a good contest.
Really, really makes me wonder if both Audrielle and Tariana weren't 100% healthy, as you see Audrielle bent over on the sideline for an injury. It's tough when you live in a family household and a bug comes through in the middle of the season. Girls try and push through. Got a lot of respect for that, but makes it tough to come out and compete at your highest level, which both those girls are obviously fierce competitors and talented basketball players, and just physically aren't there. Yeah, that's Lennox. He just decides he's going to walk across the court.
Yeah,
Situational awareness.
I agree with you there. Definitely, hopefully she's back and can be healthy, her and Tariana. Kendra obviously comes back in a timely fashion, so she'll be able to sub. But Lady Hawks getting a second chance at it, get a stack set. Oh, but Lummi with the steal, jumps in front. Deep three there.
Emma's just going to let it fly. Looks like we got a little competition on the baseline. We got our own Telelab TV broadcast group, and then some student media passes being delivered today.
Yeah, we have Faith Ayuk's also another student for Heritage, who has her own, I believe, media going on. She has something going on with Daybreak Star. Also has her own YouTube channel, puts her own video highlights together for some students. So shout out to Faith Ayuk's, another Heritage High School student. And then yes, we have our another Heritage student, Genesis, down there doing some student coverage for our sports. Another three there by Lummi.
Number 40 not listed on our roster, but shows that she's not afraid to let it fly either. Gemma's not the only one who can shoot on this team, apparently.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen him run any sets out of man, but at this point, do you stay in the zone or do you maybe try a little bit of man?
Yeah, that's really a tough call from the bench. Lummi did a great job of beating our man early on, and the 2-3 was working for a little while, but once the shooters get hot, then we're going to have to figure out something different.
I think the other thing that the Lady Hawks got to figure out too is when you're in a zone, obviously, you go to a spot in the zone, but it doesn't necessarily mean stand by a defender. As you see, kind of Kendra looking for an entry pass, but difficult to do when your teammates are covered by a defender. Kendra with a deep three of her own, no!
Kendra McLean from downtown.
Showing you why the students call her Kenny Buckets.
Yeah, that's Daryl Walker's favorite name for her is Kenny Buckets. She can shoot it, that's for sure.
Lummi with the answer, though. The bank's open late tonight.
Yeah. Larea Dennis with a deep three. She's only an 8th grader, so a lot of promise on this roster for the future of the Lummi Blackhawks. James is a freshman. Davis is an 8th grader.
Molly with a shot of her own off the mark. Yeah, I think, obviously for Lummi, deep three there by Kendra on the replay monitor. But I was just saying that advantage of, 8th graders getting some of the varsity exposure, it definitely helps in your favor. Obviously, they get to adjust to the speed of this kind of game early on. And so, the earlier the better. They can work on their game earlier. You can fill them with some aspirations of being a contributor to the roster as well.
Well, yeah, and you get a game like this and you can give a chance for those 8th graders to step up and just get a little taste of the action and feel for what this level of basketball looks like, the speed and the tempo. The Lady Hawks down 55-14.
Molly off the glass.
Shot.
Rebound, though, there by Lily Jefferson.
Lily's done a really great job of really crashing the boards and getting up and being strong to the hoop after she gets those rebounds.
So as we go to the fourth, Lummi Blackhawks up 55, Tulip Heritage Hawks 16. You know, as you were saying there, Lily making her way, getting a couple layups under the hoop. I will say one of the things I enjoy about watching her play is her body language. You know, whether they're up big or down, you know, her body language never changes. She does a great job of being real consistent. And obviously for other players who kind of are trying to figure it out and maybe stay engaged in the game, that she's a good teammate for them to have, you know.
Yeah, that consistent, steady state of emotion is really important, especially as you get to higher levels of basketball. And I'm glad you recognize that and brought that up because, you know, the best athletes, you can't tell if they're winning or losing because their emotions are always the same. They're focused and determined, and that's Lily's personality too. In school, you see her; she's just real consistent, which is going to bode well for her in the future. Great student to be around, great asset to our school, and really proud of her tonight and showing the effort that she's shown and the aggression to the basket.
Yeah, some I'd like to see from, you know, the rest of the squad moving forward. A couple other players, obviously, you know, this tough game affecting them. You know, you want them to show some passion, be fiery the whole game, regardless of, like I said, winning or losing. And then, like you said, or just kind of having that even keel. Even keel is always good. You know, it doesn't really impact your teammates in a negative way. So great job there by Lily. Obviously, Kendra, too, she comes in, shoots a three. Regardless of what the score is, hoists one up. We'd like to see a little bit more of that before the game's over. Three there by Lummi. They're swinging the ball around, looking for a set here in the 2-3. Open shot.
Good defense there by Isabel to get a deflection.
Nearly a steal.
As we go to our running clock here in the fourth quarter. Which is interesting. If we go to our running clock, it's 6:38. Boys game should start pretty close to 7.
Yeah, for our viewers at home, obviously the boys game might start a little bit early. You know, as you can see, Lummi Nation girls doing obviously a heck of a job coming out of the winter break, really just pouring it on, poised tonight. A lot of pressure, so stay tuned for us here shortly. Don't go anywhere, or come join us in the Pack Gym as we get a boys matchup here in just under 20 minutes.
Nice block there by Kendra McLean as she takes it out. Does a good job of controlling the basketball, brings it up.
Sees Molly under the hoop.
We got a foul called there on Lily. Catch, turns, and shoots. Like I said, being aggressive. Catch the ball, turn, look to score, which is what we like to see. Should be a shooting foul. 2 shots for Lily Jefferson at the line.
Yeah, so Lily active here on the offensive end, so she'll look to add 2 points.
Shot number 1 just misses off the front of the rim.
Looking to shoot the second one with the bank and roll.
Finds a way to find the bottom of the net there. Good for Lily.
Yeah, so she's done a good job tonight just being aggressive on the offensive end. That's a positive we can take away for the Lady Hawks.
Got almost a 3-2 look from the Lady Hawks.
Yeah, I think they're just looking to take away maybe those wing threes.
And a shot clock violation. Good defense there by the Lady Hawks.
Yeah, girls still showing some energy, being active on defense, forced a turnover. See if they could respond on the offensive end.
Kendra had the right idea there, looking to find Lily on the block.
Lummi with a rebound and a third. Good box out there by Lily as she gets a rebound.
Kendra's going to shoot that.
Another deep three by Kenny Buckets.
As Lummi brings 4 subs to the scorer's table, going to check in.
Steal there by Isabel. Oh, really doesn't see the defender though. Gets it tapped away. So if you're, what do you say at the end of this game, Coach? If as you close out when you go to the locker room, I'd like to know what your takeaway speech would be.
Unfortunately, this is one of those games where you don't really say a whole lot. We acknowledge find some positives. I would celebrate number 32, Lily Jefferson, and her effort today. Acknowledge the reality of, with Adrielle and Tiriana not being 100% healthy, how that affects our team. Praise effort, and then really focus on coming back to work tomorrow. There's nothing. Once the game's over, you can't really dwell on it that long.
The replay monitor.
Celebrate some positives. You see Kendra McLean there with a 3, and then Lily showing her aggressiveness to the hole. So definitely try and find the positives. The scoreboard tells a lot to kids, but as a coach, it's your job to find some positive lights for them to focus on, and just really encourage them to come back and work hard tomorrow to get better. Get better every day is kind of the philosophy there.
Yeah, I agree. I think definitely, obviously, you'd like to see a couple more players maybe step up, to the challenge. But yeah, you like you said, don't dwell on it. Shake the rust off coming out of the break and on to the next one, as we have just under 4 minutes here. Elimination, obviously in control, up big before we start our boys game.
Gemma James back in the game, as is Serena Jo Pintalia. Some of their key starters.
Ready to get in the passing lane and get a steal by Isabel. Nearly a steal there by Lily Jefferson.
Be a turnover for the Blackhawks there. White ball going the other way.
Sabrina I think she wanted to see somebody get out in transition. Nobody was in the backcourt for Lummi. But obviously I think fatigue factoring in, so turnover there by Lady Hawks.
Yeah, our girls tonight really played with 5 or 6 players at full strength at best, which to play 32 minutes with 5 players against a bench full of 10 or 12 is challenging and difficult. So there is a physical effect that affects your mental side. Gemma James with another 3. She's got to be at 20 points.
Yeah, and Lummi by no means, even though they're deep, they did not play slow. They were extended, as you can see here, still extended with under 3 minutes left. Didn't get too deep into the bench early on, and so, not only are you playing short-handed, but, to play a fast-paced game, pretty tough. Lady Hawks.
Gemma James with the steal.
And a layup on the right side this time.
Easy 2 points for Gemma. Just under 2 minutes left here as we try and close this game out. They really focus on securing the ball, making good passes, eliminating turnovers. Play clean basketball right now would be the focus.
On the right side again for Lummi.
Another 8th grader, Lorea Davis.
Get a reaching
called.
foul.
Reaching or a blocking foul.
That's an interesting one. Obviously, I see a lot of defenders they get kind of mowed over on a reach. I'd say, you got to slide those feet, don't reach across. You called for that. So we get Lily to the bench. We'll see Adriel finish out the game for Lady Hawks. Just a minute left. Another layup.
Yeah, there's definitely no let up with a 42-point lead by the Lummi Blackhawks. They're playing full speed still.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I looked up their record, they're, I think, 4-4, maybe 3-3. So, obviously I was, 500 team. I'm thinking maybe they'd have a little bit of holes in their offense and we'd match up decently. But, hey, they really came to play tonight.
Yeah, I would definitely agree in a standout performance by Gemma James. One last three gets shot to close this game out.
5 seconds left. And that'll do it for a matchup for Tulip Heritage Lady Hawks against Lummi Nation Tribal School, as Lummi Nation takes it away 64-22 against the Lady Hawks. As we close out here shortly, we may get an interview from Lily Jefferson. Maybe a couple key takeaways, what they look forward to improving on as they progress throughout the season.
Yeah, I would definitely vote for an interview from Lily. Maybe you can ask her about her arm little artwork there, and saw something on her calf. But she's even given hugs to the Lummi Blackhawks, which is just a testament to her positive attitude. Really a positive light in our school, especially with a tough game like this.
Y'all motion for her.
And with that, I'll turn it over to you, Dee, and we got Lily coming up to the booth here.
Hey, Lily, just a couple more minutes still in your time before you join your teammates in the locker room. So obviously, kind of a tough matchup here coming out of the break, but you did have an impressive showing tonight, got a few points, really played great in the post. What can you say about your team's performance tonight, maybe some positive takeaways?
I think my team did really good. We tried not to be scared like we were last year because we watched games and we created plays between their plays, and it just helped us throughout the game because we already knew what to expect.
What was your mindset going in the game? You were really aggressive tonight. How are you feeling going into the game?
Well, in the beginning of the game I was kind of upset, but after halftime when they talked to us, it just made me realize that I just need to push myself harder.
Love it. I love it. Way to persevere, be resilient. Matt had a question of his own. So a couple questions we were referencing on the broadcast. We see you rocking some art.
Oh, yeah.
Your leg temporary tattoo and arm tattoo. What made you get that?
So I was babysitting my brother while my auntie was at the smokehouse, and he has these big rectangle temporary tattoos, and he was putting one on, but he lost them, and I was like, they're right here, and he was like, do you want to do something with me? And I said, shell yeah.
Love to hear it. Yeah, I didn't even know they made them that size, but it was cool to see. We also said you weren't old enough. You don't have a driver's license, so we don't think they're real tattoos. But yeah, great game tonight. Great to have you up here. You're free to join your team. Good job.
Everyone at school was like, is that tattoo real? And I was like, I'm 15 years old. What?
Yeah. So good showing. Yeah, and definitely way to sport that. We also talked about your headband too. That was awesome. So you're always being stylish on the court.
Let me show my tattoos real quick.
I don't know if the camera's on, but it's right there. It's a gun show. Good job. So she's got a calf tattoo. Okay. Great job, though. Great job. See ya. Awesome. So that concludes our broadcast for the girls game. We will be here in just under 20 minutes for the Tulalip Hawks against the Lummi Nation Blackhawks boys teams.